What if $700 a month could buy you a luxury apartment, unlimited street food, and a lifestyle most people only dream about? These 5 cities are proof that living well doesn't mean spending more. It means spending smarter. In 2026, millions of people are discovering that the best quality of life doesn't come with the highest price tag. We analyze data from Numbeo, Expatistan, and local expat communities across 6 continents to find the cities where your money goes furthest without sacrificing comfort, safety, or opportunity. From Southeast Asia to South America, from the Caucasus to the Southern Cone, these 5 cities offer something remarkable: a comfortable, even luxurious life for a fraction of what you pay in New York, London, or Sydney. Let's count them down. Coming in at number 5, Medellín, Colombia, with a monthly cost of around $1,100. They call it the City of Eternal Spring, and for good reason. Medellín sits at 1,500 meters above sea level, which gives it a year-round temperature between 62 and 78 degrees Fahrenheit. That means 0 heating costs, 0 air conditioning costs. Your utility bill is essentially just electricity and water, running about $125 a month total. Let's break down the numbers. A furnished 1-bedroom apartment in Laureles, the neighborhood most expats are flocking to, runs $400 to $600 per month. In the more upscale El Poblado, expect $700 to $900. But here's the real shock: lunch. The Almuerzo Ejecutivo, Colombia's famous set lunch, includes soup, a main course, rice, juice, and dessert. The price? $3 to $5. Most locals eat this every single day. Healthcare is where Medellín truly stands out. The World Health Organization ranks Colombia's healthcare system number 22 globally. That's ahead of both the United States at 37 and Canada at 30. A doctor's visit costs $20 to $50. A dental implant runs about $800, compared to $5,000 in the US. If you're looking for the best value, skip El Poblado. Laureles offers the same quality of life at half the rent, with better local restaurants and direct metro access. And speaking of the metro, Medellín's cable car system is world famous. A single ride costs just 93 cents, and it connects mountaintop communities that used to be 2-hour commutes down to 30 minutes. It's the same city that was once the most dangerous in the world, named Innovative City of the Year in 2013, beating New York and Tel Aviv. For visa holders, Colombia offers a digital Nomad visa lasting up to 2 years, requiring just $1,400 per month in provable income. At number 4, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Total monthly cost, around $1,000. They call it the Paris of South America, and one look at the tree-lined boulevards of Recoleta tells you why. European architecture, world-class museums, and a cafe culture that rivals anything in France. But here's the difference. A steak dinner for 2 at a neighborhood parrilla, with salad, fries, and a full bottle of Malbec? $20 to $30. The same quality meal would cost $120 per person at a comparable steakhouse in New York. Now, if you've heard about the blue dollar, the informal exchange rate that made Buenos Aires absurdly cheap in 2022 and 2023, that era is over. President Milei's economic reforms lifted capital controls in April 2025, and the official and unofficial rates converged. But even without that arbitrage, Buenos Aires remains 66 to 70% cheaper than New York or London. A 1-bedroom in Villa Crespo, the neighborhood locals call the New Palermo, costs $400 to $600. In the historic San Telmo with its cobblestone streets and Sunday antique markets, $600 to $850. Public transportation runs just 88 cents per subway ride, and monthly transit costs about $25. Set up Mercado Pago, Argentina's QR payment system. Even as a foreigner, it can save you 5 to 15% on daily purchases compared to using a foreign credit card. The cultural perks are unmatched. Free tango milongas, free museums on Tuesdays, free concerts at Centro Cultural Kirchner, one of the largest cultural centers in Latin America, and a quality bottle of Malbec at the supermarket costs $3 to $6. Argentina now offers a digital Nomad visa, valid for 180 days and renewable for up to 1 year, requiring $2,500 per month in remote income. Annual inflation has dropped from 211% in 2023 to 32% in late 2025, the lowest in over 7 years. Number 3 is the city that started it all, Chiang Mai, Thailand. Monthly cost, around $900. Before Bali, before Lisbon, before anywhere else became a digital nomad hub, there was Chiang Mai. It's where Nomad List was born, where the first wave of remote workers discovered that a comfortable life didn't require a Silicon Valley salary. Today, over 6,000 remote workers call this ancient city home, supported by more than 20 co-working spaces and hundreds of laptop-friendly cafes. The numbers are staggering. A one-bedroom condo in Sanatham, the insider neighborhood that's walking distance from trendy Niman, costs $230 to $430 per month. A full plate of pad thai or cow soy from a street vendor runs $1.40 to $2. And here's a stat that still blows my mind. A full tank of gas for a scooter costs $1.65 and lasts 3 to 4 days. Internet speeds hit 300 to 500 megabits per second on fiber, which costs $16 to $17 a month. That's faster than the average connection in London or New York at a tenth of the price. Camp at Maya Mall is a free co-working space. Buy a coffee for $2, get high-speed Wi-Fi and air conditioning all day. It's one reason Chiang Mai became the nomad capital. The barrier to working remotely is literally the price of a latte. Healthcare is another major draw. Chiang Mai has 2 JCI-accredited hospitals, the same standard as top American hospitals. A doctor visit with X-ray costs about $55. That same visit in the US could easily run $400 without insurance. Thailand launched the DTV, or Digital Nomad Visa, in 2024. It's valid for 5 years with 180-day stays per entry, costing just $290. You'll need $14,500 in savings to qualify. Every Sunday, the walking street market stretches over a kilometer from the Fay Gate, with hundreds of stalls selling handmade crafts, local art, and street food for next to nothing. At number 2, a city that almost nobody had on their radar 5 years ago, Tbilisi, Georgia, at $800 a month. Georgia offers what might be the best immigration deal in the world. Citizens of 95 countries, including the US, UK, EU, Canada, and Australia, can stay for 365 days, visa-free. No paperwork, no registration, no fees. Just show up with your passport and you're legal for an entire year. But the visa policy is just the beginning. Tbilisi is the capital of a country that invented wine, not figuratively. Georgia has 8,000 years of continuous winemaking history, the longest in the world. And a glass of house wine at a local restaurant costs $2.15. A quality bottle at the supermarket? $3 to $5. Housing costs have actually dropped. After a wave of Russian immigrants in 2022 pushed rents up sharply, many have since left, and average asking rents fell 11% in early 2025. A one-bedroom in Suburtalo, the best value neighborhood for expats, runs $400 to $520. Transportation is almost comically cheap. A metro ride with a Metro Money card costs 19 cents. A crosstown taxi on Bolt runs $1.10 to $2.20. Many nomads skip public transit entirely because taxis cost less than a coffee in most Western cities. Skip the tourist restaurants in Old Town. Walk 10 minutes to Vera or Suburtalo for authentic Georgian food at half the price. A full khachapuri, Georgia's famous cheese bread, costs $1 to $3 at a local bakery. The tech scene is booming. Tbilisi's startup ecosystem exceeded $240 million in value by end of 2024, and the government offers a 10-year graduated tax incentive for new startups, starting at 0% for the first 3 years. A doctor visit costs about $29, and basic health insurance starts at just $10 per month. The overall cost of living is roughly 70% cheaper than London and 68 to 75% cheaper than New York. And the cheapest city to live in 2026. Number 1. Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, at just $700 a month. Let's start with the stat that defines this city. A glass of Bia Hoi, Vietnam's famous fresh draft beer, costs 40 cents. Not $4. 40 cents. A banh mi sandwich, one of the best street foods on earth, runs 60 cents to $1.50. A steaming bowl of pho, $1.20 to $2.50. You can feed 2 people a complete meal with beer for under $5 total. But Ho Chi Minh City isn't just cheap. It's surprisingly advanced. The average internet speed is 163 megabits per second for fiber broadband, faster than most connections in the United States or United Kingdom. And the monthly cost? $8 to $15. Let that sink in. Faster internet than London at roughly 1/10 the price. A 1-bedroom apartment in District 7, a planned neighborhood popular with Korean and Japanese expats, costs $400 to $650. Binh Thanh, home to Landmark 81, Vietnam's tallest building, offers similar pricing with a more local feel. Your total utilities, including electricity with moderate air conditioning, water, and internet, run $50 to $120. Rent a motorbike for $50 to $80 per month instead of using Grab taxis daily. A full tank of gas costs about $4 and lasts a week. It's the fastest way to navigate Ho Chi Minh City's legendary traffic, and it's how every local gets around. Healthcare costs are remarkably low. A private doctor visit runs $15 to $30 at a local clinic or $50 to $95 at an international hospital. A dental cleaning is $20 to $40. Local health insurance costs as little as $17 to $33 per month. Vietnam doesn't yet have a dedicated digital Nomad visa, but the 90-day e-visa costs just $25 to $50 and is available online. Most long-term expats do 90-day stays with border runs to reset. And this city isn't standing still. Vietnam has one of the fastest growing economies in Asia, with a booming tech sector and massive foreign investment. The cost of living is rising, but slowly. Rents in expat districts increased 6 to 10% year over year, while street food prices have barely budged. The bottom line? Ho Chi Minh City delivers more value per dollar than any other city on this list, and possibly any city in the world. Which of these 5 cities would you move to? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want the full deep dive cost breakdown for any of these cities, make sure you're subscribed because we cover each one in detail. See you in the next one.